Well, this window is a silence. I didn't end up going to that job interview because it's in direct marketing and sales. I didn't realize it was marketing when I applied. It's in a position where I don't really want to walk down a street. It wasn't an appealing position too, and it just didn't really tingle my interest. So I figure if I'm going to join a media group, there must be one in the city, or closer to me, that I can join. I don't need to go all the way to the location to join a media group. But I might not have gotten in, but I might have, I don't know, but I don't really like media, so I don't really have a very high interest in joining media groups. So only sometimes. I've been to like 4 or 5 media interviews, and they're usually okay. True enough, the interviews themselves, but I'm not very interested in, going out in public and saying, oh, what's your birthday? What's your favorite color? To people and trying to, be stupid, I have a feeling this was a fairly higher up media group, but I would have no idea what it's actually like to be in it, because I think so I think it's not really quite for me. And I said that to my mum last night. I love to be in some group, but I'm not into media groups. I don't really like to meet people a lot, and if they require you to sleep with people, I don't really like to do that. And, if they're violent, I don't really like to be around violent people. I don't know, but I don't really know what it's like, but I don't have a very high interest in media. Like, sometimes I think I might have high interest and I actually go, but like there was this one where you canvass to business, you go to visit business, and if I got in, they would have made me a supervisor because of my age, and I would have done that one, but they didn't want to let me in at the time. So but yeah, I'm sort of more into just call center work, I guess. I don't even really like call center work. I would love to just hang around outside and do nothing, but I know. For me, this place didn't really tingle my interest, so I just let it go. I wrote them a text. And now I'm being bombarded by calls from my family. Apparently my dad has some sort of job for me, and I'm sick of him. I actually don't want to work for him or with him or be part of this little thing. Before he called me, he gave me a call, and he was having an interview with someone, and they were talking about, and the other person was saying, yes, you get your daughter to do this, and you'll contact your daughter, and then something more about your daughter, and something else about your daughter. So it's really important that they contact me. And then, that was a less serious call, and then he calls me again. And this time he tries to talk to me and tries to say, oh, I've got a job for you. Let's put you on to this other guy who was talking and get you this job, And I said, screw that, I just heard this other stupid phone call. And, he's called me up and said things like, oh, you're the one for me, and, I think you might be the one. And, like, he's in some sort of media. He's like a media person, in his spare time. And he's been saying all these stupid things, and I just said, screw that. I mean, I don't want anything to do with them anymore. So I said, screw that, screw the job, screw this stupid media thing. And I hung up the phone. I'm not talking to him. Then this morning, when my sister, she called and said, oh, Dad's got this job for you. It's some admin job, whatever. It's really work from home. And now she's calling me. Because she's in a bit of a media head too. She's calling me and trying to support this job. And, so I don't want anything to do with him, really. Because I know it's like some media thing, and it could get you in a fix. Maybe he does want to make me, like, in the same movie, and I don't know. So, he's just some sort of person who's just like being like, oh, king crap, I don't actually want anything to do with him, because I know he's like trying to connive something with me, and I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want to be like in a movie where I'm like with him in some manner, and I don't want to know him or his genes. I mean, he's obviously fairly dark, and I just don't like him. I don't respect him. He's harmed me. He's tried to harm me physically. He's harmed me financially, and now he wants to be like my lover or something in some media way. And I just say, screw that, and he's fairly dark, and when he's dark, he's like African almost, and I just think, screw that, I don't want anything to do with that or whatever crappy movie. And so I'm a bit upset today because I'm no doubt going to be barraged by calls for a while, and I just say, screw that, I don't actually want anything to do with him. And I'm still attached to the family, and he keeps making like this comeback, and so I just say, he keeps coming back and being like this, butthole, really. Like, he wants to, like, be with you, and, like, he's, like, a media officer now, and he's got this little media business, and it's really important, and you're really important, and I just say, I think that's a screw, you're a screw. This whole thing that you've been attached to ever since you showed up as some sort of stranger is a screw. And I don't actually want anything to do with it, sort of thing. So I'm trying to slip through some sort of crack somewhere and wander off, but I don't know where to slip through. But all I can think is the media, and I just dropped a media job. I was watching like Britney Spears last night. I was like, oh, this is just gonna be like just like the media job. And so I sort of dropped the media job, and I'm just not into media, But I think that's one of the few places that's gonna actually hire me right away if they ever hire you, you know. Like, not many, only one media place was actually, out of the 5 interviews I'd gone to, was actually going to hire me. And that was some sort of back way in, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to go into some sort of back way and leads to false promise and leads to you being harmed because someone let you in the back way. So I said, screw that, I'm going to walk out because I want the front way where, you know, you're actually let in, you know, legitimately, you know. And I'm like, I don't want to be, like, I was just like upset, you know. I was upset because I don't like to say the things I like you to say, and I didn't want that back way in. You know, it's obvious, you know, they haven't received a call with my name on it, so I said, I don't want to be that, you know. I don't want to be the back way because the back way is a screw way. I want to be the front way, and so I walked off. And I walked off from this job interview. If it was in the city, I would have probably gone. But it's in a couple of stops past the city, and the street looked like it was like a really cemented street. And, you know, it had a little gym underneath, and I'm like, well, in the past, you know, that's where people were beaten up, you know, and this little Asian store next to it, and like, oh, I wouldn't eat at the Asian store. And then it's little entrance to the building. I think it's a brighter side. There's a Darrell entrance and a brighter entrance, and usually with media groups the entrances are really flashy, you know. Yeah, so I didn't go, and I have no idea like if it would have been cool or not, but usually with media groups they're not really that cool. I only go when I like really feel like it, or whether the opportunity seems like really good. But this one was just like, oh, go outside, talk to people, say stupid words, and travel a bit, and you know, you get, you know, whatever, you know. So yeah, so I didn't go. sorry mom. No, but on the ad it says the payroll's like 64 grand a year, and I just like go, that's good money, but no, I didn't like this kind of work, you know. I didn't realize it was like that. See, now I'm rambling because I'm wondering if it's better, but I don't know. So I didn't like that opportunity. I didn't like my dad's opportunity. I think it's some sort of screw, and he's already screwed me over, like I said. Like, I want less to do with my family now. I want to just disappear, like, totally. Disappear, like, go away. Because I'm sick of, like, being, like, used by them, and, you know, attacked by them, and then they come up with something else that I can be part of, and, you know, whatever. And like, my mom's always provided a little bit more of a stable house than my dad. But at the moment, my dad's just being like, I'm a new person. It doesn't help that he looks like really old, and, you know, he looks like darker than what he usually is, and, you know, he really looks, you know, like, he really looks like really old. Like, he used to look like quite young, and now he looks like really old and decrepit, and, you know, he just has to have changed to someone else, and we've got like somebody double trying to be like with me, and I'm like, that's what I kind of think half the time, because he gives you like long looks, and, you know, he keeps saying, oh, Owen, you're my one, and you're the one, and I think you're really the one, and, you know, he said a few other things. Like, at one stage on the Facebook, he was like calling me like all these sexist names, like Paquita, and like all these stupid words, and, And, you know, now he's, like, really into my looks, even though he was never into them before. And he's, like, trying to say, oh, you look like your supermodel. Oh, back to your supermodel days. And stuff like that. And he was, like, so not supportive of any of my looks before. And there's no way I'm back to my supermodel days because I'm, like, plus size. And before I was quite fit, you know. And so I just think everything's, like... And I sort of deleted most of his really sexist comments, and this is probably really stupid because, you know, you can point back to them and say, oh, he's, like, saying really, like, sexist things there that are really, really crappy. So, yeah, so I want to run away again. Like, my fantasy is I want to just like, get my own place, disappear, and then I can alienate myself from my family a little bit more because they're just too screwy. And I would probably be opting to stop seeing my dad because he's, like, trying to, like, make me his, like, wife or something. And somehow, you know, and someone really important to his life sort of thing. And I just don't want any part of it. So that's why I'm upset today. I'm upset I didn't go in to do the interview. I'm upset that my dad tried to call me yesterday. I'm upset that I heard his conversation with whoever he was talking to, who I think is a chopped up version of the person who was there before, but now they're, like, chopped up, so they're, like... And then my dad's, like, some freaking African person, because that's his job. And it's like, you're, like, African, you know, and I'm like, fuck that, you know, fuck all this, like, I'm like, crap on all this, like, dark stuff, and these stupid African descended versions of himself, and he's, you know, aiming to make me someone special to him, and, you know, he's probably part of some stupid movie and whatever, you know. I just say screw that. So, and now my sister's gonna be like, oh, you got some job, and, you know, she's trying to support some sort of action because she's, like, part media person. And I'm just sick of all of them. I don't want my sister telling me what to do. I don't want my dad trying to tell me what to do. I don't even want my mum. But I'm living with my mum, so... But she wasn't telling me to do this interview today. And she won't tell me to do my dad's job because she doesn't like my dad either. So I think I am probably living in the most stable place, even though my mother doesn't want me to leave because A, she doesn't want me to waste my money on someone's rent, and B, she doesn't want me to leave. So there you go. To have my life, you know. But I think she's the more stable person, so I don't think it's wrong that I should be living with her. I think my sister's unstable, I think my brother's unstable, I think my dad's unstable, so I think I've chosen the most stable option, even though my mum's blasted me a couple times, but, yeah, so I'm not unhappy that I'm living with my mum because my sister refused me to move in with her anyways because I work from home, and my brother refused me because I work from home, and B, he didn't want to live with me anymore, even though I had a job opportunity. He wouldn't let me stay there until I got my own rental, and he wasted my money and whatever, and I don't want to live with my dad. He thinks sexual thoughts, wants me part of his life in some weird way, and so I think I'm in the most stable house. Things are pretty normal. I kind of do what I like. I just have to remember to clean once a week, and and, you know, wash the dishes or make salad as well. And I have to remember to put the bath towels on the bath before I go to bed. So far those are the things I have to do, and then I'm free to do whatever I like, really. So yeah, so I'm sort of upset. I don't really know what I want to do, but at the moment I'm against my dad, and this thing, that conversation was like backed out, and I think he's in the screw business. He's, you know, being a media officer now, and so whoever they employ with his new business is going to be like candidate for a movie because they're being paid by his media team. I think. And that's negative because A, he wants me to be his lover, and B, he probably manslaughters anyone who, before doing them up on drugs, and he's tried to... Yeah, I don't like him anymore, and he's really old. Like, he used to be young looking, and now he looks like really disgusting. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go anywhere near that. You know, it's like got probably AIDS and genes. He's got really, you know, big kneecaps, which is gonna like totally cripple you if like he sleeps with you in any way. And he's generally disgusting. So I think the whole concept's generally disgusting. So look, like I said, I just want to go away now. I just want to run off. And the thing is, I have no money, and I just said no to a media job, which may have let me in. And so now I am stuck, wondering what I should be doing, and not knowing what opportunities are going to open next. I should look up on Seek and see what other media jobs there are, just in case. I think all media jobs are generally awful, but I should do it, you know, just to see what's there. In case you like want to get, oh, okay, now I really want a job, and let's just apply for a media job. And then, but I hate the work so much. I hate like standing there going, oh, what's your favorite color? And, oh, what's your like, you know, what's your birthday? Oh, mine's, you know. But you'd be amazed like how many people work in the media. The people who walk around you, a lot of them are like in the media too, and they organize it so that they'll walk you around. And stuff, so but yeah, like I said, I'm not really that keen on media jobs, so you're probably forced to sleep with people you don't want to sleep with and stuff. And it's sort of like being a bum, you know, which I kind of am when I can't get jobs, you know. Even though I've got like all these like a pretty good resume, I still can't actually get work. I don't have the best look, and I don't hardly ever get jobs, you know, just generally. And I'm getting old now anyway, so I'm thinking I really gotta get a job. I'm gonna get a job this year somehow. But I don't want my dad's job. It's yucky. It's got to do with these stupid media, and I'm gonna be attacked by him, you know. And I've already been like crippled by whatever. I'm pretty sure he threw some sort of drug into my drink, and I'm already crippled by it pretty much. You know, I find it really hard to walk and stand, and whenever I stand I feel like my like I've got a lot of blue in my body, and it's like makes it hard to stand, you know. And my knees are sore. So, and I only took like tiny, like half a cup's worth of drink, and like, so I still feel really bad from that. So I'm not willing to be further crippled by him having amazing genes, which are like crappy genes and stuff. So I'm trying to get a real job, where it's like legislative and you just sit in the building and stuff. But it's just really hard to come by a good opportunity that I don't want to avoid. Because I don't like, I don't like anything right now.